So first off, thank you very much, Pavlina, for that wonderful introduction. Give it up again to Pavlina. She's doing amazing work here on this stage. Wonderful work, and thank you very much. Basically, I'm here to pitch to you an idea. But let's start with a story. It's hot. It's humid. You are in an undisclosed location in one of the most top-secret facilities in the world. You're inside a simulation, and you're learning how to operate a tank. You can feel the sand, you can smell the grease, and you turn a corner in your simulated tank. And something's not exactly right. Something feels a bit off. Something doesn't really sit together in your perfect simulation, super accurate world in which you're supposed to learn how to drive a tank. Something's weird. So when we looked at this, we consider enormous cows as a terrible failure. I mean, look at it. It's enormous. It's huge. This is not a cow. This is not to scale. What's up here? So we were embarrassed. This is a failure for us as developers, but the soldiers loved it. To them, this was wonderful. They laughed at this so much, they remembered it for weeks later. They remembered the simple comms training they've done because of the giant cows. This is ridiculous. They loved it. We saw it as a failure. They loved it. Basically, my name is Goldman, and I'm working with companies on making work more engaging and a bit more fun. I've recently worked at Bohemia Interactive Simulations, and now, Social Bakers. So, I'm here to pitch to you an idea. By pouring some of yourselves, a bit of you, into the code and into the work you're doing, we can guarantee a better product, a better working environment, and definitely a lot more laughs. Example number 2 has to do with this lovely picture inside one of the world's best simulations. This came to us from a customer who shall be anonymous for this chat. They've given us an enormous mission with thousands of simulated soldiers and tanks, an airplane and naval forces, an enormous 2-hour-long exercises that kept on crashing at the exact same point, and we had no idea. We've been debugging this for weeks until we finally figured out what happened. One of their developers wanted to have some fun. Let's make this realistic. This is a simulation after all. So they've added rabbits. And they had little rabbits scampering around, running around, and one of them had a trajectory plan for it to go left and then to go right and then climb up a hill. And it climbed up a hill, and it kept climbing, and it kept on climbing forever, and it started flying. It flew all the way to the end of the simulation, reached the top of it. The engine looked at it and said, well, this is at the top of the simulation. This is obviously a soldier dropping from an airplane. Let's open a parachute. Wait, this is a rabbit, this is a parachute. Everything crashed. We would have never tested for that. Nobody in the office, and we're all crazy, no one thought about dropping bunnies from airplanes. But the customers did. By putting a bit of themselves into their code, they've made our product better. And this is not new. Everybody has been doing this for years, some of the best and the brightest. NASA has been doing this. This is actual code snippets from the Apollo 11 navigation computer. Temporary, I hope, temporary, I hope. This is the final code, the temporary, I hope bit. Off to see the wizard. NASA code. This made it to the moon and back. And this is not just a long time ago. This is still being done by some of the best and the brightest. This is the meowing duck of Amazon. Amazon has this in their source code. You can go there, you can find it. It's lovely. And it's not just me saying this, it's basically science. Doing things a bit differently and a bit of yourself. Pouring that silliness that is inherent to all of us as developers into our code makes our work better. And some of you might still not believe me. So, all of us know this, don't we? And we all know this because someone at Oracle wrote something and left, and nobody knew what he wrote. but everyone remembers him. So, pour some of yourself into your work. It will make a better product, it will make the working environment better, and we'll laugh a bit. Thank you.